It says I'm on, but it's not showing anything. And then there it is. Did you hear that? It says I'm on. All right. Hi. Just going to jump into this. I'm exhausted. I'm just letting you know that. I am. However, we are here to do Classic Rock Raw. That's what I've decided to call it because I am raw. I'm just being myself and being raw. Thank you. Hi, guys. Happy Wednesday. It is October 6th of 2021. We've got the middle of the day, hump day, jump day, whatever you want to call it day. But it is Wednesday. It's just crazy, right? My name is Kiki. In case you are new here, I am the bearer of classic rock news, whatever I can dig up and find for the day, Monday through Friday. This has been fun for me. It gets me out of my bed, basically, and it makes me work every single day, which I did anyway, but this makes me work just to snag bit of water. So I am doing that. Before I get into everything, I got to tell you guys about a dream I had last night. I dreamt about Steve Perry. What a shocker. But this was the weirdest dream on the planet. So I was with my friend Sue, who goes yard sailing with me on Saturdays. And we were actually at Steve Perry's house. And I know that because the people that were there were saying, we're all at Steve Perry's house. Strange, right? It wasn't a young crowd. It was an older crowd. And then as the dream went on, some guy with a mustache started talking to me, and he was trying to tell me that he was Steve Perry. But I knew it wasn't, like in my dream, because dreams are weird like that. I knew it wasn't Steve Perry. And then finally I said to the guy, do you think I can go talk to Steve? He's like, he's not going to talk to you. He just wanders around and yells at people. I'm like, what is happening right now? So I did. And I had seen Steve at his house, during the dream. It's a dream, guys. He did not look like himself. It was really weird, and it was kind of scary. Then when I finally got the nerve to say, can I take a picture with you? He just kind of mumbled, yeah, okay. And he was standing there waiting. My phone wouldn't work. I'm not even kidding you. This probably would happen to me in real life. My phone, it was on, but it would not, the camera icon was completely gone. So then I'm saying to my friend Sue, get your phone out. And she's like, well, I'm going to restart it. And I'm like, no, don't restart the phone. Don't restart the phone. Turn the camera on and you can take the pictures with your camera. Make sure you get a lot of pictures. Just keep hitting the camera thing while we're talking to him and getting a picture with him. Well, I'm just going to restart my phone. I literally wanted to jump through my dream and hurt Sue. I love Sue. I'm like, can you not turn the phone off? Her phone was being weird too. And then finally, Steve Perry says, well, I'm not going to stand here if you're not going to take my picture. And he walks away. But we're still in his house. And I don't know. We were still there just kind of gawking and looking at him. It was the weirdest dream on the planet. So I just wanted to tell you about that before I get into some real classic rock news. Okay. Anywho. Here we go. I think I'm a big fan of classic rock. And those of you who hang out here think that you're really a big fan of classic rock as well. But John Culver and his wife, Kathy, they're really huge lovers of classic rock because they know how to partay. And I will tell you how. In Ravenswood, Chicago, John and Kathy had small backyard concerts throughout the shutdown because they're music lovers like the rest of us. So they thought it would be a good idea to have these small backyard concerts. People would pull up their lawn chairs, pay like $20, sit there and listen to artists. And John and Kathy did this to not only help support artists through this crazy time that we've been going through, but to also help everyone to get their dose of live music. And I think that is a fabulous idea. However, you got to have the money to front these bands. So good for them. And I think that was a great idea. So the $20 fee was not mandatory, but people would pay it when they could. And John and Kathy, they hosted these small events on Friday nights. However, just recently, they got a super surprise visit from Cheap Trick frontman Rick Nielsen with his son Dax, who plays drums for the band. But it gets better. Rick has another son, Miles, who has his own band, the Rusted Hearts, and they were the band that were scheduled to play at this backyard concert this past Friday night in Ravenswood, Chicago. Now, Billy Jacobs, he owns Chicago Pizza with Rick Nielsen. I didn't know Rick Nielsen owned a pizza parlor. Did you know Rick Nielsen owned a pizza parlor? Well, Rick Nielsen does own a pizza parlor, and it is named Chicago Pizza. Well, Billy got separate texts from Rick and from Dax asking if he wanted to get together. And of course, they all eventually said, yeah, we're going to get together. And then when they all talked, they said, let's go surprise Miles at his backyard gig. Cool, right? Miles did not know that they were there. So Rick brought in pizza to the backyard gig, surprised the heck out of Miles, and Rick, Dax, and Miles performed Voices and I Want You to Want Me. The crowd got access to a great gig, but unfortunately, John's wife was sick. She was not there, which is crazy. She said she was not mad at her husband because he didn't even know it was going to happen. But let me tell you something. If my husband got Bret Michaels to play in my backyard and I wasn't there, I'd be mad. I wouldn't care who knew about it or not. I think I would be, really do think I would be upset. So that is very cool. Backyard shows, maybe it gives you an idea to do a backyard show at one point or another. Yeah. Arnel Pineda, our fun-loving lead singer, frontman of Journey. He is on tour, but not with Journey at this particular time. He is on a solo tour with Filipino singer Bamboo, and it runs through this weekend, October 10th, and ends in Dover, Delaware. Now, Arnel is covering classic rock bands, which could include songs from Led Zeppelin, Heart, and of course, he sings songs from Journey. Hello. And it sounds like he kind of plays around with his set list, which is really cool. And I would think that he would have to, of course, sing one Journey song at least, but it must be cool for him to sing all kinds of other songs. And how great is that he gets the opportunity to do this and be his own creative self aside from Journey. But I know he loves Journey. Of course he loves Journey. He's been with them since 2007. Arnel has released 2 solo albums, is working on his 3rd, in case you didn't know that. I just found this out, which is great. And in 2014, when he was putting one of his solo albums together, he was being asked if he was planning on leaving Journey because he was putting out his own music. But Arnel's like, no, just doing my own thing right now. That's all, because people do that. He did not go anywhere. He is not going anywhere. And Arnel is doing great. And in case, of course, all of you know, because you're huge Journey fans, that's my audience, right? We all love Journey. But Arnel's story is totally amazing as he escaped homelessness, hunger, and losing his mom when he was only 13 years old. And when Arnel was part of the group AMO, or AMO, however you say it, they opened for Robert Palmer in Manila in 1989. Imagine that, opening for Robert Palmer. And then we know what happened in June of 2007. Neil Sean discovered Arnel on YouTube. And the rest of the story is total history. And I think it's great to just talk about his story and throw it out there every now and again, because it is a pretty incredible one of how he got to where he is today. And he definitely inspires so many people around the world because of what he has overcome. Now, this has nothing to do with what I just told you about Arnel being on tour and being a part of Journey, but I really am curious about this piece of information. If any of you guys know, let us know in the comments down below. But in September, Arnel tweeted that a piece of Louis Vuitton luggage that he bought was coming apart, and he showed a video of the luggage coming apart. And Arnel actually reached out and asked for assistance on Twitter, tagging Louis Vuitton. Arnel also said, he was very tongue-in-cheek about it, maybe I should stop believing in you a little, Louis Vuitton. Get it? Don't stop believing. Right. I did not see any replies from Louis Vuitton on that tweet. So I am curious, Arnell, did Louis Vuitton replace your luggage? Or if anyone knows if they replaced it, which they should. Hello. Louis Vuitton and Gucci, Arnell equals those two brands. So I would really seriously hope they replaced that piece of luggage. I'm just saying. Let me know if you know, because I want to know. I want to know. And we lost 1 year ago today. We lost the amazing Eddie Van Halen. Lots and lots of comments started appearing on social media yesterday as people either shared their memories of Eddie or shared stories of them with Eddie. And of course, all of us have our own great memories of what we loved about Eddie Van Halen. Nancy Wilson recently released her extended version of her tribute to Eddie called For Edward with Love. David Lee Roth, he announced his retirement, and Eddie's brother Alex is going to perform those last shows with Dave. So the week leading up to Eddie's 1 year anniversary has definitely been filled with Van Halen news. Eddie, another incredible story. He was a self-taught musician. He listened to jazz, improvised, and his influences included the Dave Clark Five and, of course, the Beatles. In 1972, Eddie and Alex formed the band that we became to know as Van Halen. Their first record contract came in 77, and in 78, their self-titled debut album hit the ground running and gave us never-ending classics like Running with the Devil, You Really Got Me, and one of the greatest guitar solos ever. And it was done by Eddie, and that is, we all know, Eruption. From David Lee Roth to Sammy Hagar to Gary Sharon to Eddie's son, Wolfgang, Van Halen is one of the best-selling rock bands of all time. And Eddie was a part of all of that. Today, the entire rock world is remembering one of the most talented musicians we have all ever come to know. Lots of love going out to his family and friends, and remembering the late Eddie Van Halen today, because today is the 1 year anniversary of his passing. Crazy how time goes by. But you guys have an absolutely incredible day. Remember to be kind to everyone. If you do anything today, be kind to at least one person. That's all I ask of you. Be strong, and always remember to, most importantly, keep rocking. And remembering Eddie Van Halen on this October 6th of 2021, 1 year ago today, we lost another great artist. Crazy. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.